Hello, and welcome back to Slay the Spire 2, where today we get to do an A10 run with the Regent, who I must admit is the character that has been giving me the most trouble. And just to make that even better, this is the second time I'm recording this intro, because last time I recorded this, the game crashed for like the first or second time in my 200 plus hours of playing it. So apparently the Regent really does not like me today. So we'll see. This could be a short run, but hopefully it'll work out. I've done some things with Regent. My overall Regent win rate is apparently 6%. Excellent. That bodes well. Okay, so we have the option to have the Act 1 boss drop 2 relics, but that would do nothing. Because if we do this, we'll die before we get to the Act 1 boss, I would bet. Help fighting elites. Okay, I think I'm going to take this hefty tablet, which you can see the little stats over there tell you I've never won with on Regent, but my overall win rate on Regent is 6%, so you can tell that 0% is actually, it's maybe not quite as good as my regular win rate, but it's not so bad that you should just immediately discount anything that's in there. Okay, so we're going to get one of these rares, and then we'll get to start. So we have the Heirloom Hammer, which lets you deal 20 damage and also create a copy of something. 20 is a lot of damage to do for 2. It only copies colorless stuff, though, so it works well with some of the themes. So mostly it works really well with the zero-cost minion cards that you can make. It also, of course, works well if you buy any of the good colorless cards and just put them in your deck from shops. But since we are taking a curse in our deck to do this, I'm probably not going to go with that, because I'm probably not going to be buying something from a shop other than removing it. I'm probably going to take the 7 stars, which deals 49 damage to all enemies with a lot of potential upside, because one of the big mechanics that the character has is Vigor, which lets you make your next attack deal more damage. This is going to be very hard for us to use right away, but if we take some early cards that generate stars, this is very doable, especially if I cut the falling star. That's sort of the starting way to do that. So I think I'm going to try and build a deck that uses Vigor to make 7 stars and, spoiler, other things better. I have found Neutron Aegis good at making you not die if you're doing something, but we're currently not doing anything if we take this, and so doing more nothing, or letting us do nothing for longer, is not necessarily a huge upside. Okay, so reminder, we got the rare card that's fancy, but we also got a curse in the form of an injury. So probably what I want to do is just path straight to this early shop and just get the injury out of the deck. Okay, we'll play our Venerate to get us some stars. We'll do that. Okay, so we'll play some blocks and a strike here. Okay, so I could play the Falling Star here. I think I'm probably not supposed to, although I'm not 100% sure. It's very possible. So there's 7 cards here. What I could do is I could draw 5 cards here and not draw the Venerate, but draw the 7 stars, and then I would have to go through the whole deck a whole nother time before I kill them. But in all other cases, the 7 stars will just kill this guy. So I think I'm going to go for that and just be, in this case, happy that I had things do what I wanted. Although I didn't realize I was weak, so I didn't actually calculate that correctly. But it still worked out anyway. Now, I'm going to take this Hidden Cache because it will help me cast 7 stars. And casting 7 stars is a good way to win the early Act 1 fights. Okay, so we'll play Venerate, Hidden Cache, that. I'm going to take 4 here. Okay, but I will immediately then win the fight, so I'm okay with it. So we could take second Hidden Cache, which there's some temptation to do for real. But I think I'm going to take Black Hole here, because a lot of what this character does is just sort of juggle stars around. And Black Hole just rewards you for juggling stars around in a way that I think is going to be useful. Am I, or am I just going to take a second Hidden Cache? I could just take a second Hidden Cache. playing 7 stars is going to continue to be pretty good. I think I'm going to take the black hole, but maybe that's wrong. Okay, I'm going to do a quick scan in the shop and see nothing that tempts me away from just removing this injury from the deck. It's literally a blank do-nothing card that, unlike some of the other blank do-nothing cards, doesn't ever go away on its own. Okay, this hand is a little bit sad because I'm just going to take a bunch of damage. But that's okay, I guess. Okay, I'm going to play a hidden cache and those. So I now have my 7 stars, as long as I don't spend them on this. So I'm just going to do strike there. Okay, and now 7 stars very easily results in this thing dying. Okay, and now to contribute to the not dying enterprise, I'm going to take this Gather Light, which blocks for 8, which is an enormous amount, while also gaining a star. And it upgrades to block for 11, which is an even more enormous amount. Let's see. So, I think I'm going to path up here and try and kill this elite. I will take this heal 10. I don't think I'm trying to stack max HP here. With that, I think I'll upgrade something that's probably actually going to be the Gather Light, just so that I have more not dying going on. I like not dying a lot. I don't do it very often on the Regent, but I can try. Let's see. Okay, we're again going to just sort of save up for the 7 stars. Okay, and we've got our black hole here. I would say doing chip damage, except it's not really doing chip damage. Owing to the stupid amount of armor that this guy has, but what can you do? Okay, okay. This will, so I was basically like being like, oh no, it's not actually going to kill him, but it should kill him because the black hole should trigger when I play a card with stars and do 3, and that will be enough to just barely clear out this thing. Okay. Given what we're doing, I'm very interested in this patter, which blocks for 9 and gains 2 vigor, which means the next time you play a card that does damage, it does 2 more damage, but that applies to each time. So this actually makes, if the next card we play is 7 stars, it makes it do 18 more damage. And you don't have to play it that turn or anything. You can just sort of stack it up. So that's what I'm going to do. And I'm going to just aspire that it be the case that I'm going to just keep stacking all of this. I'm going to take more damage than I would have preferred right away in this guy, but what are you going to do? Well, what I'm going to do is block for this many. And I could play this Falling Stars so that I full block, because Falling Stars does apply weak. I don't think that's worth it, but I could be wrong. Okay, we're going to do that. Okay. To do patter, Gather Light, Hidden Cache again. Okay, so now we will beat this guy up some and beat him up some more. Okay, so we will play that. Okay, there's no reason for me not to play these strikes now. Now I have to hope that I can kill him this turn or somehow block for an enormous amount. I can block for a pretty large amount. That's fine. Now, I would like him to die eventually. I know I'm not playing like it, but let's see. The War Paint here will upgrade those. That's great, because those are things that help us not die. Ooh, both of these potions are actually quite good, because this actually, if you think about it, this potion, which gives you 5 strength, that actually basically is plus 35 damage with the Falling Stars. I think the Power Potion's still slightly better. Okay, here I've got Child of Stars, which rewards you for spending stars. Solar Strike and Void Form, which lets you play things for free. There's lots of interesting stuff here. I think I am going to take the Child of Stars, although currently I'm only playing 7 stars, with stars mostly. Mummified Hand is very good because it makes it so that whenever I play a power, a random card in my hand becomes free. Okay, we like the sound of that. Okay, as before, we're going to start by whacking this guy in the front. Okay, can Gather Light, Patter, Child of Stars. I had to weaken this guy so that he did not eat my face. If you're curious why I did that in a somewhat weird order, oh boy. Okay, so he's not eating my face now. No face eating allowed. Okay, and now this guy dies to the 7 stars. Okay. Am I excited by a convergence? I think so. This card does a lot of nothing, but I think the nothing kind of adds up to what we want here overall, because it sort of lets you hold on to your hand, which is nice if we haven't quite gotten enough stars yet, so we could hold on to the 7 stars. Lets us hold on to block cards if we don't need to block this turn. It gets us a star and an energy, so it's kind of free. I think it's basically fine-ish, is my conclusion. I think I'm going to take an Equilibrium, which does a very similar thing, which is to gain us a bunch of block, which should theoretically keep us alive. Okay, I definitely need to rest. I am at way too low health to consider doing otherwise. Okay. We'll, commence this. Okay, so I do Patter. Now this is hitting for 9 times 7 is 63. That is enough. So yeah, the Patter made it so that this guy died to 1 of those. Okay. This is tough because I am conflicted between these two. A second black hole would help me kill things faster, which is, of course, nice. But the Cloak of Stars actually has the bonus that it triggers the Child of Stars and gets me even more block. It's pretty nice. I think I'm going to take the black hole because I've got stuff that cares about me having powers. Okay, then I'm going to get another surprise shop. I'm not taking anything at this shop, I don't think. Yeah, I might contemplate taking a potion, but I think my potions here are actually pretty good for the boss here. Okay, here I think I am going to upgrade something. It's a weird upgrade. I don't know that I've ever upgraded 7 stars before. It makes it cost 1 less mana, which feels a little bit weird, but this deck does feel like I want to be playing 7 stars more than once, so it seems like it's relevant. Although it also feels like that is very silly. Okay, so I'm going to play a Patter for 2 block, or sorry, for 2 thing. Play this. Okay, so we'll do that. Okay, I'm being attacked for 17. I do not like being attacked for 17. That feels very impolite. I'm going to use a little bit of this to make a little bit more block, although then my star situation is going to be quite bad. But it will be improved considerably this time. So now the problem with this guy... Oh, and I realized I should have used a power potion here much earlier. Probably, honestly. It's just going to be an orbit, which is just going to give me a little extra mana. Play a convergence, which is going to let me hold over my hand. So I'm going to hold over this defend, because I don't need it this turn. But yeah, these statuses are horrible. As I'm sure those of you who have played the game will agree. Okay, when he's intangible, we can't hit him for much damage. So we have to save the damage for when he is not intangible. So we'll do our first of probably many 7 stars in this. And I can actually throw this strike at him too. Okay, he is attacking me for 25, which is way more than I'm comfortable with. So I'm going to weaken him. I only take 1, although now I don't have 7 stars for 7 stars, funnily enough. Well, I've returned to 7 stars for 7 stars. Okay, I'll play that. I can take 1 here. Just because I didn't want to go to 6 stars and then draw the 7 stars and no ways to draw stars. Which is exactly what would have happened if I had played it. So I guess good on me for being paranoid that the game would do something horrible. I'll play the beckon, play a strike, and I'll just hold my hand till next turn. Because it feels like almost no matter what I draw here... Oh, I was going to say almost no matter what I draw here, I'm going to win. But I'm not going to because... he is intangible this turn, so I could not really kill him. Okay, and then this turn, excellent, we get all of that. I'm just going to throw that over there, play this so that my... I don't know what I could possibly be playing where I need 2 vigor to kill him, but, oh god. Well, this is a nightmare. We're going to take 1,000,000 damage, probably try and draw something that can do even a single damage to him. But we have successfully killed the fish. Okay, so we have options here. One option, which is the one I'm probably going to just take, is the Big Bang here, which you can see over in my stats. Has very good stats, but also, I mean, you just have to read the card. It costs 0, and it gets you an energy, a star, and I don't really care about the Forge at all, but 0 mana, get you a card, a star, and an energy. I'm already on board. I do really like I Am Invincible. Which is 1 mana, gain 10 block, which is already like fine on rate. But then if it's the top card of your deck, it plays for free. So like every once in a while you just get lucky. But I think we care enough about the stars here. They're going to do this. Okay, so now, in the last video, I mentioned I do not like this guy, because most of his stuff is terrible. And so here is an instance of all of his stuff being terrible. This, like, exiles a random card from your deck every turn, which I cannot do in a deck that has exactly 1 card that does something. This makes it so you can't remove your strikes ever. And so I'm going to take this, which gets me 4 fake relics that go away. And so they go away from left to right. So I want to try and stack these so that the leftmost is the most useless. So the strike dummy is the most useless because I'm not really playing strikes. Probably like that. So this gains me life when I go to a question mark. And this gets me a mana at the start of every turn. So that will at least last for a little bit. I think I'm going to go up this side because I get a bunch of question marks. So I gain a bunch of life from my fake planisphere. And I get a shop at the end where maybe I can cut a card or something. Or maybe even better than cut a card if I'm really ambitious. Okay, we're going to commence the killing of this guy back here. Yep. Bye. Oh, wow, I didn't actually end up using either of these in that battle. That's pretty nice. I am now going to take the Cloak of Stars because it works well. I mentioned this one before and being interested in the Cloak of Stars because it costs 0 and lets me spend stars, which triggers all of my powers that care about star stuff. Okay, well, the spider I can pay to remove a card. I'm probably going to, even though it's going to make this shop probably blank. But I don't really want to add enlightenments to my deck, and I really want strikes to be not in my deck. Hard to overstate how good having strikes not in your deck is. Oh, I did this in the wrong order slightly. Do that. I'll play this for 0, and I guess I'll play this for 1 because it's free and it gets me a star and stuff next turn. I didn't notice the mummified hand hit there. Okay, maybe this will hit 7 stars. It did not. I suppose I could have maximized the... Could I have forced it to hit 7 stars? I might actually have been able to force it to hit 7 stars if I'd played the cards in a different order. And then, of course, 7 stars being free would be good. I don't 100% know why this stayed in my hand still. I feel like... Oh, I played 2 Retain My Hand cards last turn, or 2 turns ago, and so that gave me 2 turns of Retain Your Hand. I see is what happened. I don't think I want another Convergence. And I definitely don't think I want any of the other stuff here. I don't think I want a Radiant Tincture either, so that was kind of like all for nothing. Okay, we're definitely upgrading a card here because I don't want to add a bunch of junk to my deck, which is what Metamorphosis exists to do. The card we're going to add, I think, is going to be Child of Stars. Or sorry, upgrade is going to be Child of Stars. It's going to get 3 block per star you spend. So now when I play 7 stars, now it blocks for 14. Or sorry, for 21. Okay, I'm going to get the 100 gold out of this event because I have a shop coming up that I'm locked into, and I would like to get something out of it. Let's see. We can smith. Let's see. This goes to 10 block. That's not bad. This goes to 11 block and 3 vigor. I'm probably just going to go this to 10 block. Really, with this deck, I feel like if I block enough, then everything else is just sort of going to happen. I think I'm going to take a second patter, actually, speaking of blocking enough, because that does help save up for my 7 stars. Let's see. Oh, I get 25% additional gold. Sure. Okay, so now I can choose 2 random commons, or I can get the Chosen Cheese. I think I'm going to take the Chosen Cheese here, which makes it so that I'm going to gain 1 max HP at the end of every combat. And I'm choosing that really principally for the reason that I don't want to take 2 random cards and put them in my deck. So I do not think this deck would benefit from having random cards shunted into it. Okay, I'll play that. I can play this, I suppose. No downside. I'm holding this into my hand because next turn I want to block. Okay, now this fight is annoying. Not least of which because of these random pieces of junk that get added to your hand that you then have to spend mana to get rid of. Let's see. Okay, so conveniently, though, 7 stars now kills everyone, so I don't have to worry about it too much. I don't think I want any of this. Take the fire. We can improve. Maybe we are onto improving patterns now. I think so. And we've actually got enough money. I don't mind going to the shop. Okay, so Starfall kind of goes with the things we're doing, but I'd rather it just be the case that I'm not spending stars on that and spending the stars on 7 stars. At which point, I think I am taking a Panache, which will occasionally trigger to deal 10 damage to all enemies whenever I play 5 cards in a turn, but also is just a 0-cost power that the Mummified Hand means make something free, and that something, if I plan it right, could be 7 stars, who knows. Okay, I really hate this guy, but I do get to start with a free 7 stars, I think, as long as I do this. So that's going to make this guy a lot less intolerable, or at least cure some of my lingering hatred of this guy. I am going to Shackling Potion this turn, almost assuredly. I'll wait and see if I just happen to draw enough block. No, I'm going to Shackling Potion him, so he only attacks me for 3. Play all of that. Okay, let's see. I will block, and then Black Hole, Panache, weak him, strike him, take some damage. Okay, I can play Equilibrium and defend to full block, so I'll do that, and I can hold all this stuff in my hand. You'd think 7 stars would be in my deck somewhere. Let's see. I think I'm just going to try to block again, so I think I'm going to play Patter. The other block cards, because of the fact, what's happening here, by the way, if you did not notice, is that this guy makes it so that whenever you play a card, you lose a strength and a dexterity. So every card does 1 less damage for every card you've played previously. So actually, my other blocks are so ineffective. I think I'm actually going to just take some more damage. I'm now going to have to heal for sure at the next place, but I can at least 7 stars this guy to death. I don't think I want any of these cards. Okay, we'll heal here. Not quite to full, but we can fight this worm dude. It's always got to be the worm dude. Okay, so we'll play Child of Stars, which makes Venerate free. We'll play Big Bang. Patter. Guess we'll make the Sovereign Blade free. Why not? Okay, so this guy's mechanic is that he has these cards that let you get further away from him. And if you get too close to him, then he eats you. So if this number ever goes to 1, he'll eat me. Okay, I'm holding this over till next turn, and I can play it next turn. That's not too bad. I'm not at all close to full blocking. I might save my potion, though, there until after this. So I'll play the Black Hole. I'll play this to do a bunch of damage. I mean, maybe a bunch is overselling how much damage I actually did, but whatever, we'll get a little bit further away. We'll play a Black Hole, a Patter, and we'll play an Equilibrium, although I guess the Equilibrium is doing not really very much here if you're playing the home game. Okay, so this card blocks for a lot. This card gets me a lot of stars. This card blocks for a decentish amount, and I can run away a little bit from the crazy hole thing. Okay, so here... I guess I'm taking a little bit of damage. I'm also getting much closer than I would prefer to be to this thing. I'm going to drink this now so that I can block for 24 while also getting a little bit further away from this thing. We'll do further away still. Okay. Okay, we'll still take a little bit more. Oh boy, this turn is bad. He's attacking for 30. I have very little block. in this hand. So I think one thing I can do is I can do that to make it so he's only attacking for 22. I can play a defend. I can play this to try and get away from him. I'm a little afraid that I'm about to just die, though. Let's see. Not quite just dead, but very close to just dead, unfortunately. Let's see. Well, I need to get further away from him, because in addition to being about to die by damage, I'm also about to die from getting too close to him. Okay, well, I fear it's not going to kill him, but I can at least go down fighting? Question mark, question mark, question mark? Yeah, that one was not quite gonna get there. But I mean, for a Regent run for me, making it to the end of Act 2 is actually like above par. So we'll consider that a pretty good attempt. But anyway, thank you all for watching. I hope you have enjoyed this, and I'll see you next time on Slay the Spire 2. Bye for now.